Once I started to look for a business to buy, I found that businesses were popping up all over the place, and this is what I call a deal pipeline. What I liked about having a deal pipeline is that I had the choice between businesses to buy, which is what gave me the power to walk away from any deal. This gave me the negotiating upper hand whenever I was in front of a business owner. By getting myself to the stage where I had multiple businesses to consider that were coming from a deal pipeline, I was more likely to find myself in front of an owner who would try to convince me to buy their business rather than the other way around. Once I had business owners trying to sell their business to me, I knew that I was onto a good thing. I found that by having a choice of deals, this helped significantly when it came to negotiation. There are a number of ways in which I look for businesses to buy, but the one I prefer is to write letters directly to business owners. Why this is a great way to find a business is because you are approaching the owner before they've put their business on the market, and likely before they've spoken to a business broker. What I love about this approach is that you have no competition from any other buyers, plus the fact that the owner hasn't been given any unrealistic expectations about the value of their business either, which is often the case that brokers do, as some have the reputation of putting too high a price on businesses. Brokers also use EBITDA instead of EBIT to value businesses, which means they ignore depreciation and amortization as a cost of the business for valuation purposes, which is a complete nonsense. One extreme example of a broker overvaluing a business was when I looked at a food distributor that was making losses of about £50,000 a year, and the owner wanted £500,000 for the business. This meant I'd be paying a 10 times multiple of losses to the owner, which would have been crazy. The broker and the business owner tried to convince me that the business had a lot of goodwill, hence the price, but also that it had great potential. The one thing I would never do is to pay for potential, which is often the difference between buyers and sellers. As a business buyer, I would always be buying what the business had achieved so far to date, what the numbers show it has made in terms of profit or loss, and value it accordingly. Whereas business owners tend to want to sell you on the potential of the business, what profits it could make if you did X, Y, or Z. I may do X, Y, or Z, or even A, B, and C to the business once it's mine, but to pay the owner for this work and for the uplift in profits that follow as a result makes no sense to me to do. Why would I pay someone for what would end up being my hard work to change the business from making losses to making a profit, or to make higher profits if it were a profit-making business in the first place? Needless to say, I didn't buy this business, and there are a couple of important reasons why, not least because of its overvaluation, but also because I couldn't see how I could make it into a profitable business. My thinking was, in this instance, that the current owners were not able to make this business profitable, and they knew the industry, which made me realize that with me being the new to the sector, I'd struggle even more than them. So I continued to focus on looking to buy profitable businesses instead. Although I say what I say about business brokers overvaluing businesses, I didn't discount them altogether, nor did I discount the online businesses for sale websites either, because in the end the business I bought I found through a broker. In fact, I struck up a very good working relationship with this broker in the end, which worked very well for me. But it is worthwhile investing in the cost to buy a database of business owners, then writing good old-fashioned letters to them, asking if they want to sell their businesses, and paying for the stamps to send those letters, as you are likely to get a good return on your investment. When I was looking for a business to buy, I found that having multiple businesses to compare, I got a good feel for whether the business was a good deal or not. It was a bit like when you look for a property in a certain area. You get to spot a good deal when you see one, or begin to know if a property is overvalued or not. You build up almost a sixth sense. Having a deal pipeline is also good if you're going to buy multiple businesses to build and grow a much larger business to sell in the future. If you have any questions on this topic about buying a business or on any other aspect about the process involved in buying a business, please drop a comment below. And always remember that no question is a stupid question if you don't know it. You just don't know it. And by having the answer to a question you have might be all it takes to move to the very next step in your journey to buy a business. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video.